But first, time countdown's number 2 story, tonight's worst persons in the world. The bronze to Dr. David Tillman, CEO of the Motion Picture and Television Fund, closing its hospital and retirement home in Southern California, the proverbial old actors' home. About 120 retired performers and behind-the-camera people, wardrobe artists, everybody, will be farmed out to various nursing homes. This because the fund says it's losing $10 million a year and is rapidly running out of money. Except that its latest financial statements from last November indicated no losses, and its statement from July 2007, when it opened a brand new multi-million-dollar gymnasium, showed about a 10% increase in money in the fund from the previous year. As late as last October, the family of a veteran Hollywood actor asked that in lieu of flowers, donations in his memory be made to the Motion Picture and Television home, and now its residents are being evicted, told in essence to go and die somewhere else. Amid rotten-smelling stories of money suddenly vanishing and more stories that the fund wants to instead open a condo-like development. Number 2, Billo the Clown. As you know, everything bad in the world he perceives is caused by NBC, us and Al-Qaeda. Commenting again on Nadia Suleiman's octuplets, he says, "She was paid by NBC to do the interview with the Today Show. I don't know how much, and you know, but she was." You're full of it. You barely know where your elbow is. And this one will probably require a retraction, sir, or my guess is there will be lawyers. The statement from my friend Alison Gollust of NBC News, quote, "NBC News does not pay for interviews. We did not pay Nadia Suleiman or anyone who represents her for our interview. We didn't license a single photo or video from her or anyone who represents her. Not a dime. There is no deal with anyone at NBC Universal." Doesn't leave you a lot of room there, Billy. Hint, retraction. This does explain why Fox scrubbed its transcript of O'Reilly's show to make it look like O'Reilly didn't say she was paid by NBC to do the interview, but as if he had actually said she was made by NBC to do the interview. Sleazebags. But our winner, comedian Rush Limbaugh, again rejecting bipartisanship, and a return to his insistence that he wants President Obama to fail. People who are unbridled by morality, or the immoral, if you will, this Constitution is a restriction to them. It is punitive to them. The very people trying to undermine the Constitution because it's an obstacle to them are the very people we put in power lately, over the years. The Constitution is under assault by people who find it restrictive and unpalatable. Wait, seriously? You're agreeing with me about how you've been unbridled by morality? And how Bush tried to undermine the Constitution because it was an obstacle to him? I gotta be misreading this. And I am. How do you come to a compromise with people like that? Well, everybody says we gotta compromise. Bipartisanship, we gotta get along. How do you compromise good versus evil? As I said last week, should Jesus have made a deal with Satan? Rush Limbaugh getting biblical, and the biblical getting him back. Saying he hoped Obama failed was, quote, a terrible thing to say. I mean, he's the president of all the country. If he succeeds, the country succeeds. If he doesn't, it hurts us all. Anybody who would pull against our president is not exactly thinking rationally. Pat Robertson said that about Limbaugh. Pat Robertson. Rush Limbaugh just got schooled by Pat Robertson. Comedian Rush Limbaugh, today's worst person in the world.